Okay, so for you to see that you can use this to for your as an egg distributor, so all you need to do, this is the BIS, this is the BIS. So I've already inputted the eggs. We have pullet egg, sorted egg, unsorted egg. So I have already inputted cost price, just these assumptions, cost price. That's the assumption we used yesterday for yesterday's demo that we for day before yesterday's demo that we did. Okay, so this is it, the and the pre-order. Okay, so now that's the first thing you have to do. So I sent you your links. So once you click on your link, this is the link to the PI. It has opened it. So once you click on it, and you can just go through. You can Here is the start button. Here is your business setup. Here is your dashboard. We've not recorded any sales for today, so everything is 00. So here is your historical reports. Here is your historical reports. Nothing's Here is your product. So this is where we put product master. That's where we put all the products that you are selling. So we have pullet egg and sorted egg. Here is where your supplier payments. So you can just go through. Supplier payments is when you make when you owe your supplier and you are paying them, you are tracking the payments you make. So we say you're owing 10,000, today you pay 2,000, you come here to record it. Here is your stock adjustment. Let's say some eggs got broken or spoiled. This is where you come to adjust it. Here is your purchases. So all these things are linked to your form. Your purchase, by the time we start recording purchases, you will see here is debt payments, here is expenses, here is your sales data. So I want to be clear with you now that these places that are on this color means don't touch. You don't have anything to do with these places, this color. Okay. Okay, so now you have gone through your I'm sorry, you have gone through your sheet. You can see it. Now let's assume you want to record sales. All you need to do is the link you are sent, your link to your sales form. Just have to click on it. So once you click on it, now this is the company's mail, so you can always use any mail you want. It's your mail that will be showing here, your access mail. So the product sold, pullet egg. Okay, quantity sold. Remember, before I record this, let's go back to our dashboard. Remember that in this is our dashboard where you always come to see your activities, today's sales, your gross profit position, your today's expenses, your net profit, your outstanding customer debt, and everything. I say everything is 0 because this is brand new. This is historical data. Everything is 0 because this is brand new. Okay, good. So let's record that sale. Fine. I would love to check the price we put for the product. So pullet egg we're selling at 5.5 and we have an opening stock of 100. Okay, so let's make it 80 so we can see the reorder. Pullet egg, let's say we sold 80 quantities of pullet egg and we are selling at 5,500. Okay, so let's assume this person paid cash received is 0. Let's assume this person paid 250,000, didn't pay everything. This 250,000. POS is 0 and our agreed price is 5,500. So the staff that recorded this is Sandra. Let's assume the staff is Sandra. And this customer name, because it's a debtor, is Kehinde. Okay, So we submit. Let's see. You click submit. You see your response has been recorded. That means it has been recorded. Now let's go back to our sheet and let's see. Now let's go to our dashboard. This is our dashboard. So it has we take a hectare, see it has reflected. Today's sales is 440,000. Our gross profit is, so we have not recorded expenses. So our net profit is still 160,000. So our outstanding customer debt. So you see total money inflow. The amount this customer paid is 250,000. So you should always distinguish total money inflow from today's sales. And you can see the debt this customer is owing is 190. And you can stop profitable products, pullet egg. Normally, if you have several products, let's up to more than 100 products, and you are recording sales, you should see the top 5 profitable products. And this helps you to do reconciliation. So you know that your sales today is 440,000. See, today's sales 440, card sales 0, transfer sales it came in 250,000, POS sales 0. Today's gross profit position 160,000. Today's expenses 0. Today's net profit still 160,000. Today's debt created 190,000. That means the debt that was created for today's sales is 190,000. Today's cash in, the total amount of money that came in today is 250,000. So you can see, you can always do your reconciliation with this information here. So let's now you can see here now low stock product. Remember that our reorder level is 20. So it has dropped to 20. Pullet egg, you can now see low stock products, pullet egg, current stock 20, reorder level 20. Now customer debt Kehinde 190,000. So let's record another sale again. All you need to do is go back to that page, submit, click submit another response. Don't mind me how it is like this because I'm on desktop site. I've changed it to phone site. So this time around, let's check the what we want to sell. I don't have it. So let's say we want to sell sorted egg. Sorted egg display name and it's 4,000. So sorted egg, let's say we sell 20, 4,000. Transfer received. Let's assume that this person paid 4,000, means this person should pay us 80,000. This person paid 40,000 cash, paid 40,000 via transfer. Okay, let's make it 30,000 via transfer and 10,000 via POS. So we say that our agreed price is 4,000. That's our selling price. So Sandra is the salesperson. Customer name, this person paid us complete. This person is not a debtor, so no need putting the customer name. So we click on submit. Now it has submitted. So let's go to our dashboard. This dashboard, you click it, you see it will reflect very soon. Yeah, it has reflected. Now today's sales is now 520,000. So it has added the pullet egg and the sorted egg that we sold. And you can now see our net profit position has also increased. So our outstanding customer debt is still 190,000, which is Kehinde, because this second sales we made, there was no debt created. So you can always at the end of the day do your cash reconciliation. You know that sales of today is 520,000. This sales is including whether the person paid completely or not. The cash sales, that's the money that was paid by hand, is 40,000. So The money you should see in your drawer should be 40,000. The transfer sales is 280,000. So the money you should see in your transfer, by transfer, it should correspond with what the system is saying. POS sales is 10,000. So your POS should be telling you 10,000. You should be seeing it here. Okay, so the gross profit position is still 190,000 because there is no expenses. So net profit is still 190,000. Today's debt created, but it's still 190,000. Today's debt collected, we have not collected any debt, so it's zero. Today's cash in, all the amount of money that came in, not today's sales, the amount of money that was paid in is 330,000 naira. That's to say 28. That's to say the money that was paid by Kehinde, regardless of whether it's through transfer, POS, or and the money that was paid by the other person that we did not put the name. So you can see stock loss today is zero. Then total money inflow is still 330,000. Cash inflow, the money that came in by cash is still 40,000. So as they're making more sales, a lot of cash will be coming in. And as you're collecting debt, some people will pay their previous debt through cash. We pay their previous debt through cash. Let's assume now this cash inflow today is the cash you collected by sales today and cash collected by debt today. That debts that people were owing you previously and they paid it by cash. Transfer inflow today is still the transfer sales of today and the transfer that came in as a result of debt payments. So this is what your today's business summary. Now let's go back and record purchase. Remember, we have reorder, we have a low stock. So want to make a purchase. So the product we have, our dashboard is telling us that our low stock is 20. So we should buy. Let's say we are buying now. We want to buy, and that's pullet egg, right? The name is pullet egg. Quantity purchase, let's assume the quantity purchase is 100. Cost price per unit is 3,500. Now an expiry date, I don't know if egg expires, so I don't know if egg expires. If it's provision, cosmetics and drugs, we put expiry date. So eggs does not have an expiry date. Okay, so let's assume you are supposed to pay 250,000, but you paid 100,000 as cash, you paid zero as POS, and you paid 200,000. So you are owing this supplier recorded by you. Now let's say the supplier's name is Egg Network. It's called Egg Network. That's your supplier. So you record it. See, your response has been recorded. So let's go to our dashboard and we'll see something. I'll show you something. Okay. So it will still reflect and you see it. You see your low stock, pullet egg has disappeared because it's no longer low stock. It is no longer low stock. Now, top suppliers you owe, you are owing Egg Network. How much are you owing? You are owing 50,000 naira. You can see the low stock on pullet egg gone. So amazing. It's very, very amazing. It is gone. So it allows you of low stock and you can see 50,000 naira. Okay, so you're owing Egg Network 50,000 naira. So it's BIS helps you to track suppliers payments. Now let's go back and let's assume we want to pay debt payment now. Now, some people are owing you and they want to pay you. Like Kehinde is owing us. So Kehinde comes and says he wants to make. So Kehinde comes and says, I want to make payment to. Let's see the amount Kehinde is owing us. Kehinde is owing us 190,000. Okay, Kehinde says, I want to make payment. You select the date today. I want to make payment. Can decide to put the product name. I have 100,000 to pay. So once Kehinde pays you 100,000, you record it immediately and you write the name Kehinde. So let's assume Kehinde made this payment through transfer. So you're going to see that our total transfer inflow will increase. So before I submit this, I want to show you something on the dashboard. Now this is our, remember today's debt collected is 0 and transfer inflow today is 280,000. Remember I told you that is transfer inflow today is total of transfer sales and transfer debt payment. So bear this in mind before I click submit. So now recorded by, let's say you, then submit. Okay. So remember Kehinde was owing us 190,000 and can see it has reduced. Kehinde paid 100,000 and now it is now what is owing us is 90,000. So no more forgetting debt payment. This is so amazing, very very amazing. You record immediately. No more how much is this person owing me. Now you can see that the transfer inflow today has also increased from 280,000 to 380,000 naira. This is so amazing. As in, you can always put your transfer sales, you can reconcile what the system is telling you and what your transfer is telling you. Should be 380,000. Now let's see. Today's debt created is 290,000, but today's debt collected is 100,000. So as people are paying you their previous debt they owe you last week, last 2 weeks, it will show you the amount of money you made today that is debt collected, and you see the amount of money that you made today that is actually sales of today. I am sure you enjoying this. Now there are a lot of things I would have even loved to show you on this, but let's continue. There are a lot of features that this helps. Okay, now let's see. Now let's talk about our expense. Okay, so you know each day you run expenses. As I run these expenses, you come here, you write it down. Expense category, transport. The transport you spent as you went to pick those eggs from your supplier. Let's assume you spent 15,000 and you paid it cash. So this is 0, this is 0 to pick up eggs. Okay, that's the description recorded by you and you submit. Now let's see. Remember that previous our dashboard was showing 0. So you can now see, so our today's expense is now 15,000 naira. So, and because our today's expense is 15,000, our net profit position has reduced. So you know one thing about this BIS is that is letting you know when your expenses, your daily expenses is eating into your profit. Because most people just track the sales, the profit they made. They track profit, gross profit, but they don't even look at this net profit. This is what you take home. This is what the net profit is, what you keep. So you can now see that we subtracted expenses from gross profit to get this net profit. So if it's there are some cases that your gross profit could be positive, but your net profit could be negative, which means your expenses is eating deep into your profits. And there are a lot of things I would have loved to show you. for this, but this is just a demo. Now I want us to track this supplier payment. Now we are, we are owing Egg Network 50,000. So for that, we have where we do that here. This is the supplier payments. So we are owing this Egg Network 50,000. We decide to pay it today. Supplier is Egg Network. Egg Network. Amount paid. Let's assume we just paid 40,000. Payment method, and we pay through transfer. Beautiful. Now let's go and see our dashboard. You can see it has reduced automatically. We are now owing 10,000 naira. Just 10,000. That's what we are owing. We are no longer owing 50,000. Now, another interesting thing I want to show you. This dashboard is today's dashboard. It tells you what is going on today in your business. But we have a dashboard that tells you the things that happened previously. This is where, if you want to look back, this is called the historical reports. You want to look back into your previous sales, your previous profits. Even this is where you see there are a lot of things here, but let me just show you some things. Let's assume now this is a brand new. Let's assume we are starting from today to today. Because we don't have any sales recorded in the past. You can see it shows you everything. So if you want to look back past 1 month, your total revenue past 1 month, your gross profit past 1 month, your expenses past 1 month, past 2 months, past 3 months, is this place that you see. No need calculating, spending time calculating. You can see your cash flow performance, you can see your debt intelligence, you can see your top 5 most profitable products. That's if you have several types of eggs you sell, you can see it. Your top 5 best selling products, you see it, and their quantity. You see your top 5 highest revenue products, the products giving you the highest revenue. And this is even the sweetest part, your product performance explorer. There you get to see, you can always select pullet egg. You see the quantity sold so far 80, the revenue generated so far, the estimated gross profit, the quantity purchased so far, the total purchase value, your current stock, and this is where you do your inventory reconciliation. This is beautiful, inventory reconciliation. So your product performance explorer is telling you that your pullet egg should be 120. So once you count it, you should have 120. Okay. Now let's assume I don't want pullet egg, sorted egg, quantity sold 20, revenue, estimated gross profit, we know quantity purchase, we didn't enter any purchase, current stock 70. Beautiful. So tell me, what is it for you not to love about this? This is beautiful.